Hello everybody. It's been a long time since I did one of these talky videos, but I kind of felt, hey, maybe I should do one. I don't know really what all I'm going to talk about, but hey, you know, probably about games and gaming and probably where I'm going with this channel. So, first of all, I'm still fighting the flu, but hopefully that's going to pass here pretty soon. The throat's cleared up a little bit. But so I've been playing basically just two games lately, Rising World and SpaceBourne 2. Now, SpaceBourne 2 is the one I really want to talk about, namely where it's at right now and where it's going. So we're still on the 1.1.8 beta build of the release candidate, and we're getting closer to the end of October here, and I think my last video I was like saying, yeah, it's ready. And it probably is ready, but I think there's a few things and some that I've noticed earlier today, which at the time of this recording, it's what, Saturday? Hold on, I got to put my damn old man glasses on. So yeah, it is 12 a.m. Sunday, October 19th at the time of this recording. And earlier during the day on Saturday, I went on ahead and played some of SpaceBourne 2 on a different save I have. Not the one that you guys see, but it's a different save. And it's one that I went back and started from the beginning with this current build. And I wanted to play it like that just so I can play it off, while I'm not recording. So, it's not being dogged down by the recording software. Though the new software I'm using, which is Action gameplay recording and streaming software, it's not as good as OBS, but I literally cannot use OBS anymore. It's just my computer's getting old, and trying to do it all on the same computer, even though it's on a different drive, it's still the same computer, so it's using up the resources. Namely, I wanted to play this separate from my streaming series so I could just see how it's going when I play it. So that way, when I talk to you guys and tell you about the game, that I'm on par with it, right? So how it's going to be when you guys play it. Now, not everybody's going to be the same. I know that. I'm not tech savvy, but I do know each computer is different, right? So it's gonna play different for everybody. But there is some of the issues that's going to affect everybody. Namely, with me, it is the some parts of the menu system. And I was asked this question from a couple of comments. One was for the UI elements, right? The menu elements to clean up the menu. And they've made great strides in cleaning up the UI. But there is a few areas of the UI that are just a mess. Some of them are in the system map section of the menu. And this is going to affect people that try to do like the system scanning. So say like if you join the Explorers Guild, and I'll have to cut my hair at some point. When you're wanting to do like the system scan, because in order to join the Explorers Guild, you have to first go and scan for a signal that's not been found. And it can be in any system. But the problem is, when you go to do that, it's all cluttery. It's just a mess. You've got overlapping sections, and not just for the menu, but like the video tutorials on that section are just not there, right? So that's going to really hold a lot of people back from doing that because it's confusing. It is very confusing. So maybe like cleaning that up a little bit will go a long ways. I think that's probably one thing that should be fixed before 1.0 hits. There's a few things with the sound, and this is where the problems I'm having in the sound. Some sounds are tied into different things that don't make sense. Like you have certain areas that it's all tied into the effects, right? The effects sound. Now I'll show this later when I make another video, because I'm gonna make a video going over this stuff, not a gameplay video, just a video where I'm walking through this and showing it. But yeah, they're tied into the sounds, like the engine humming sound. You have some of the sounds like that would make more sense to be put into the ambiance sound section, right? Now the engine sound thing, I don't know what's going on there, but there's a bad reverb and like a lot of bass tied into it, that just kills your. If you're like me and you play your games using headphones, it gets pretty annoying. And the only way to change that or get rid of it is either not fly a ship or turn your effects down to the point to where you're not going to hear anything, because it's all tied in. And another part of that is when you go into space stations and stuff like that, you have the background ambiance, like people chattering and all that. Instead of that being in the ambiance section, it's tied into the effects. So it's just, there's still a lot of sections of the game that's a mess. Now, as far as the gameplay, as far as like the missions, the contracts, namely the story missions, which most of the videos I have are covering the story missions. Now, granted, I haven't gone all the way through the story missions. I've made it a pretty good ways. Those are playing fine. I haven't had any of the glitches I used to have. So the gameplay part is pretty solid right now. This 1.1.8, pretty solid. I haven't had no crashes with missions, completing contracts. There's a few areas of the game where the performance still dogs down, namely when you go to your HQ. The first time you go to your HQ and go in there, that could be my system as well. But it shouldn't dog it down that much. Like when I play it myself, I have VSync turned off, and it's uncapped for the frame rates, right? So I'll go from like 120 FPS, somewhere around there. But as soon as I go on the HQ, that drops to about like 20. So there's like some conflicts probably going on in there. It's not game breaking because you're not going to be in your HQ that much. Other than that, let's see here. Some other things I wanted to go over. I should have wrote this stuff down. But yeah, that part of it is nailed down. So maybe, and the translation stuff too. I would offer to help with the translation stuff, because some of the text and dialogue is still kind of off par, maybe, well, you got the option to turn the character voices completely down and just reading the dialogue. So I would think maybe getting the dialogue text and all that cleaned up, spelling corrections and all that, because there's going to be people out there that notice this stuff. But yeah, I think that's probably that's minor stuff there. There was another issue I had. Oh yeah, the glitches. There's still plenty of graphical glitches that keep popping up in the game. Let's see, one section, just in case Vulcan watches this video. The saving Anka section, when you you go back to your Isner city, right? And then it gets blown up, gets attacked, you get knocked out, and then you end up in another system. You wake up, then you got to talk to Drain, and then Anka's there, and then you get your new ship. You get a new fighter ship. There's a graphical glitch in that section where there's like these weird laser lights going back and forth, like going through the buildings and all that. Like a little drone or something hovering up there. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but that could probably be cleaned up as well. But other than that, my brothers, the game is running really solid for me through the most part. I like the planet loading and all that stuff when you dive down and go to planet side. Like today I spent a whole lot of time just flying around on planet surfaces. Namely, I was looking for where you do where you can mine stuff on the planets. I still haven't figured that out yet. I'm going to look that up later, and then I'll let you guys know in another video. But basically, yeah, that is probably the sound issues and the glitches are probably some of the stuff that still needs to be cleaned up. And I did notice on the Discord forums other people posting bug reports with the sound. So I think probably the sound issues and them being tied into sections of the audio settings, probably get those cleaned up a bit. And definitely fix the engine humming sound that gets over, because you have the engine humming when you go into warp, and this is where it triggers it. So what if you don't go into warp, you're fine, but you're going to be going into warp a lot in this game. But you have the engine humming sound going, and as soon as you go to warp, right when you go to warp, it's like it gets enhanced along with the warp sound, and it causes the speakers to just like buzz, right? You get those sound distortions, and it won't go away until you literally get out of warp. And then once you get out of warp, you basically have to either get out of the ship or turn the ship engines off to reset it, right? Which is so weird to me. I don't get that. But that's basically it with the performance of the game, because 117 all the way up until 117, I was having like those story mission crashes and stuff like that. Still had some of the same graphical glitches, but they were probably worse in those versions. So I think he's busting his ass trying to get those bugs resolved. And I still need to like upload a couple of my saves to him, to the Discord, and then maybe he can go through those saves and look, just to make sure it's not just on my end, but some of those other people are mentioning. So I know like the graphical glitches probably are not just my computer system, because some of the other ones, and definitely the sound. But man, if he can get those nailed down before the end of the month, actually it doesn't really matter. Like one of the things I wanted to stress here is, for Vulcan especially, dude, don't rush it. I would rather you delay the release version even more and longer, just so you can have time to do that. Don't be pressured into rapidly releasing it, okay? I know I've said, especially in the last video, like I said, you're ready and all that. I was just getting all excited, right? Because this game that you have made is really, for me, it's like the space game I've always really truly wanted. It brings back memories from back in the day playing those games. It's basically the only space game on the market right now that has all the qualities that I personally enjoy while playing a space game. You've got the simulation aspect, you've got the RPG aspect, you've got the space action aspect down, you've got the sandbox down. Literally, there's so much you can do in this game. And it's not even close to being finished. I mean, there's so much potential for other stuff to be added to this game. Like going down to planets, right? Like mining stuff off planets, that can be enhanced later down the road with DLCs or, updates or whatever. Hell, even modding. Like if you opened it up for modding, holy shit. The sky's the limit, man. There's so much to be had here. And not only that, true space gamers will sop this up, man. They will sop it up like gravy. If it's done correctly, right? Ironing out all the stuff that the main stuff that people are going to complain about, and don't just go by the Steam forums, because we all know Steam forums. It's a mess. Just follow your instinct, man, and get all these basic things fixed up, and then crush the main ones. Whatever bugs are left remaining, like crash bugs, I think you got a big chunk of those out of the way. As I have not, knock on wood, I have not had any more crashes on this 1.18 version. Story missions are rock solid. I've done all of them all the way up to where you start your government type and start building up your military and the WRA, stuff like that, getting all that ready. I haven't done any squads or anything like that, but I'm going to keep going on this for my beta build here. I was going to wait until you drop to 1.0, but I think I'm going to keep going making these videos. So that's the other section I wanted to talk about is going forward with my channel. I'm probably not going to be playing very many new games. It's just going to be SpaceBourne 2. So I'm setting aside all the other ones. Rising World, no, that one I've been playing a lot, but those are I'm going to play on my own time when I have the chance. But I'm going to dedicate more time to making more videos of this SpaceBourne 2. And namely, just so you can have a video reference, like when I talk about stuff in the Discord or whatever, you can watch the videos and you can see them actually happening, which I think that's actually very beneficial, you know. And then if you need like extra save files and stuff like that, yeah, what I'm saying is it's going to go hand in hand, you know. They're going to tie in together. So you have like a visual reference, and then you could have like the save file. I think that's just going to help you figure out some issues more, you know, or solve them. But other than that, my friends, I think, you know, now that my internet seems to be a little bit more stable, but until I get a better computer, I looked into getting because I'm not going to just buy any random thing, you know. I want to get something that's custom built, that's going to last me another 4 or 5 years, okay? Because I've had this gaming laptop. If I had an extra camera, I would show you guys what I'm playing here. It's just it's a gaming laptop. Now, granted, when I bought it about 5 years ago, I spent a lot of money on this thing. I spent it was like almost over $3 grand on this custom built gaming laptop. And I kind of wish back then I would have went for a desktop system, but I didn't because I was still, you know, traveling around a lot, and I needed a laptop for that reason. You know, it's kind of hard to tote around a desktop everywhere. But the upgrade system that I get next time, whenever I can afford it, is going to be a desktop system. And then what I'm going to do is if this is still alive, I'm going to use the gaming laptop here is probably like the recording, or I could use the capture card. I don't know. I might do 2 systems, but that's going to be way down the road, guys, because I can't afford shit like that. It's so expensive now. And I'm not very tech savvy, so I have to go by, you know. I have a couple of friends that I talk to about it, and they're all into that computer stuff, you know. So I rely on them to tell me what's current, and hey, you guys can drop comments if you're tech savvy like that, you know. Give me ideas and links and stuff for what you think would be a good system for me to use, because not just for recording, but I want to just dedicate all the time for like streaming and stuff like that, because streaming is really where it's at for me. And I don't stream on Twitch. I'll never stream on Twitch. Fuck Twitch. I never did care for Twitch just because of their platform, and yeah, I'm not going to go into that. I think they're pieces of shits, really. That I won't say his name, but you all, well, fuck, I think his name is Dan something. Like the big boss at Twitch, the owner of it or whatever. And Amazon, I think Amazon is part of it now. Yeah, fuck that. So it's basically YouTube for me. That's all I know. It's all I've been streaming on. I was going to stream on Rumble at one time, but I don't know, man. You guys drop comments and let me know if there's other platforms I should stream on. I mean, if a bunch of people said, hey, yeah, you should stream on Twitch, then I might think about it, but I don't know, man. I'm probably never going to stream on Twitch. I've got an account there. I've never bothered with it. It's so convoluted, man. Like, if you do stream on there, I mean, I think I streamed on there a long time ago when I first set up all this, when I first started doing it. And I got to thinking, well, you know, why bother, man? Right? Your average streamer on there, it's just, you know, the way their system, the algorithm is set up at Twitch, it's like, well, you might watch like maybe 2 minutes of a stream, and then the rest of it is just commercials. And I know YouTube is bad about that as well. So I'm not going to say, and you know, YouTube has a ton of commercials as well. I mean, I use ad blocker when I'm on the computer watching YouTube just to avoid all that shit. I never could figure out, you have people on YouTube that aren't that big that maybe have like 1,000 subscribers. Yet when you click on and watch their videos, if you're not like Prime or whatever, or whatever, a premium on YouTube, good lord, man, you gotta watch like fucking, most of the time on there is interrupted by like shit, like 90 fucking seconds of commercials, and a lot of them are unskippable. Or they make you wait till the last few seconds and you can skip. But other than that, guys, I'm gonna get out of here, and the next video is gonna be SpaceBourne 2. I'm trying to get that done. I was gonna live stream, but I'm probably not gonna get to live stream because it's late Sunday, or it's late Saturday night, but it's officially Sunday morning. But if I do a live stream, it'll probably be a night owl stream, which that may happen. But anyway, you guys will know when it pops up on YouTube. And hopefully you all had a great weekend, and have a great Sunday. And I will see you all in the next video. See ya.